A new trade war is on the horizon. As the US imposes reciprocal tariffs on India, the future of a $129 billion trade relationship hangs in the balance. But how can India safeguard its interests? US President Donald Trump's new policy targets India's high tariffs on automobiles, chemicals, and electronics. With auto tariffs exceeding 100%, the US will now impose similar duties on Indian exports. This could disrupt trade and hurt Indian industries reliant on the US market. In 2024, US exports to India grew to $41.8 billion, while Indian exports to the US rose to $87.4 billion. The trade deficit stands at $45.7 billion, and Washington wants to narrow this gap. But India's top exports, pharmaceuticals, diamonds, and petroleum, are now at risk. So how can India counter these tariffs? The answer is diversification. India is expanding its trade reach by finalizing free trade agreements with the EU and UK and strengthening regional partnerships with ASEAN and BRICS. The goal to reduce dependence on the US market. ASEAN and Indo-Pacific partnerships. India is deepening ties with Southeast Asia to access $3.6 trillion in trade. Meanwhile, among the BRICS nations with trade growing at 10.7% annually, experts argue that India can expand exports here. Analysts believe that strengthening domestic manufacturing is another solution. Initiatives like Make in India and streamlining tariff structures could make Indian exports more competitive. With the US-China tensions rising, India has a golden opportunity to position itself as a global manufacturing hub, attracting companies looking for an alternative to China, and strengthening its own manufacturing sector is the key. India is also strengthening ties with global economic alliances like BRICS and the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework to enhance trade beyond the US. As trade barriers rise, by expanding its alliances, securing trade deals, and strengthening its industries, India can turn this challenge into a pathway for greater economic resilience.